Hello, my friends. Welcome to another video. I'm so glad you're here. Glad to be talking to you again. If it sounds any different, it's because this is a whole new location for me. It might not look different on your end, but for me, this is very weird. I'm in a whole different room. I moved last week, as I'm sure a lot of you know. I've mentioned it in my other videos, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been able to talk to you guys as often as I would like to over the past week. But we're here now. We're here to make a video, and if you're new to the channel and you like this type of content, I'm just going to ask for a quick favor. If you could give this video a like, it does a bunch of good stuff for the video and for the channel and for me, and subscribing as well would be huge. But let's get all of that out of the way. Let's get into a little bit of what's been going on in WWE over the past week or so. First of all, right off the top, we got news a couple days ago about Paul Heyman being the first person inducted into this year's Hall of Fame. That is awesome and long overdue in my opinion. Paul Heyman has been one of the best at this for decades now, and I'm glad he finally gets his chance to be in the Hall of Fame. Honestly, it could have happened at a different time, but the fact that it's happening now is perfect because it's in Philly, and it just makes too much sense. As far as who inducts him, I don't know. You got a plethora of people. I know people are saying Brock Lesnar. Listen, I don't know if people are just saying that because they want to be funny or what the deal is, but WWE is probably going to stay away from Brock Lesnar for quite a bit of time here until things start to clear up. Whether he's proven guilty or innocent, that's all up in the air right now. Certainly does not look good. So in the meantime, I think they're just going to stay away from him, not mention him, just Brock Lesnar is not going to be in the picture. He's a very private guy. He's probably doing his own thing anyway on his farm, doing whatever. So as far as people to induct him, I don't know. I mean, we got there's a bunch of people that could. Right off the top, I thought of Dudley Boys since they're included in the new 2K24 game. So maybe they got a Legends deal, so it would be a cool fit. I know Bubba or Bully Ray has tweeted about maybe making another run or putting someone through a table at Mania. So that'd be kind of cool. You got Tommy Dreamer, you got Sandman, who's also going in. He probably wouldn't. Why did I say he's also going in? He's not going in. He's in the game. I'm getting confused. Sandman can do it. Rob Van Dam could maybe do it. There's a bunch of people. They can just go the standard route with Triple H, whatever. But yeah, congratulations to Paul Heyman. Did you guys see it? I know you saw it. I know you saw SmackDown. I know you saw The Rock throw up that L again during that segment or at the very end when he acknowledged Roman Reigns as his tribal chief. Something is weird about all of this, man. It feels off, and I like it because this is the first time where we're all kind of guessing. This is the first time in a long time where we're kind of just like, did you see that? Or maybe this meant this. Maybe this meant that. That's a fun feeling to have as a wrestling fan, not knowing what's going to happen. Like, it's cool. They can go so many different routes here. Which one are they going to choose? Is it going to be The Rock turning on Roman? Is The Rock not going to turn Roman at all? Is Roman going to turn on The Rock? I mean, who knows? There's so many things to be asked, so many answers to be had. But I know you saw it. I know you saw The Rock put up the L. After that segment was over, I was watching it, and I'm like, I'm looking for it. I'm like, okay, is he going to put up the L this time again, or is he going to put up the regular pointer finger? Like, what's he going to do here? The fact that he put up the L, and then he switched over to the regular pointing finger confirms that he did it in the first place as a way to mess with us. It has to be. It was intentional the first time around, and it was definitely intentional this time around as well. Something is going on. And if you noticed it, I didn't see it until after I watched it back, or after somebody pointing it out on social media, but because I was looking at The Rock's hand the whole time, because I was like, is he going to put up the L? But if you go back and you look, if you didn't catch it the first time, you could see that Paul Heyman is looking at The Rock strangely, he looks at like he peeped it. Well, nobody else got it. Like Jimmy didn't see it, Solo didn't see it, Roman didn't see it. Paul Heyman was the only one that was looking at The Rock like, what's going on here? There's something going on here. So Paul Heyman either knows about something or has a feeling that something's up, something. And I love it. Could not be happier for that. Speaking of The Rock, though, I mean, isn't it crazy how much The Rock just dwarfs people? He makes Roman Reigns look tiny, and Roman Reigns is not tiny. Roman Reigns is a big dude, but that just goes to show how big The Rock is. Did you notice that, like when The Rock, anytime he brings it in for a hug with Roman, It's like a big brother hugging his younger brother, like his very much smaller and younger brother. The way he brings in, it's kind of like one of those like you ever meet those people like where you shake their hand and it's like they kind of make it a point to like control the handshake. They're kind of just like, and it's like on them, like that's their handshake, and you're just part of it. You're just like, yeah, can I have my hand back? That's what that looks like to me. That's looked like Roman Reigns wanted a hug. But when he gets into the hug, The Rock's like just takes over the hug. The Rock is like, "This is my hug, and you're in the hug with me." That's what it reminds me of. The Rock is just like so overpowering. It's crazy. He dwarfs everybody. And like speaking of dwarfing people, The Rock had that what was that promo? 40 minutes long on SmackDown, and the rebuttal on Raw the following week with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I mean, it didn't really hit as hard as The Rock's promo. It just goes to show how levels ahead The Rock is of everybody when it comes to promos. I mean, we wanted The Rock, right? We wanted The Rock to feel like The Rock. You know what I mean? To feel less like Dwayne or the celebrity and feel more like Rock, the wrestler, the sports entertainer. And we have it now. And now that we have it, like he's locked in. The Rock is locked in. He is operating on a level that he hasn't operated in a long time, probably since before he left to go to Hollywood full time. Like The Rock is in it right now. And his promos are hitting, his jabs and his insults, everything is hitting right now. But what's not hitting is the rebuttal from Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. I mean, they had so long to come up with something to get back at The Rock, and they have Seth Rollins call Dwayne, Diarrhea Dwayne? I mean, that's like, to me, that's like on the level of, you guys remember back when, and I can't remember the year, but it's like when John Cena would throw out these really like cheesy, corny, like childish, meant for kids like jokes, like calling people like doo-doo heads or just something that grown adults probably wouldn't laugh at. You know what I mean? That's what that reminds me of when Seth said that. And it's like, dude, this is our world heavyweight champion. This is the second highest title we have here. The guy holding it is an absolute workhorse. Seth Rollins is a machine. That guy is great. I love Seth Rollins. He's one of my favorites. He's definitely one of my top favorites of this generation. And he's out there calling Rock Diarrhea Dwayne. I mean, granted, Seth Rollins probably can't go out there and cuss, the way The Rock can because of, The Rock's The Rock. But we had to have come up with something better than that. Or at least don't just drop it completely. We don't have to throw that out there. It didn't make Seth look any better. It didn't make Cody look any better. Cody and Seth look like little kids swinging upwards at a bully right now. And it's not looking good right now for that. But whatever. I did peep something, though. When the camera and I was watching my fiance and I pointed it out. There's a reason why we have this camera angle right now. It was the shot that went from being just a solo on Cody, right, just on Cody's face, and then the camera kind of turns. And when it turns, you got Cody, and then you got Seth behind him. And Seth is just watching Cody, looking at Cody, and Cody's cutting the promo. You guys probably know the image I'm talking about because I think it's been on the internet a few times. It's been circling on socials a few times, but the way Seth looks at Cody when Cody's talking, it just adds another layer of like doubt and uncertainty for me. Because I've mentioned in a few other videos that I feel like Seth might turn on Cody Rhodes. There's certainly reason to if you're Seth, right? Cody picking Roman over Seth. Maybe Seth can spin it saying, hey, you didn't value me or my championship the way you valued Roman's. There's ways you can go about it. And I don't know. I got a weird, uneasy feeling about it, right? Like, do we maybe see The Rock turn and Seth Rollins turn? Or maybe we get one of them to turn? I don't know. I get the feeling now that Cody Rhodes winning at this year's WrestleMania may not be what's going to happen. I first was arguing the fact that, him losing 2 years in a row at Mania makes him look awful, and I don't want the fans I hope the fans don't lose like steam on him, but it might happen. We might get Cody to lose again. I don't know. There's something going on here, and I love the unpredictability. I love the uncertainty, right? Like I like being able to be like, these are the two biggest matches at WrestleMania: the tag match, and also the main event of Cody versus Roman Reigns. Like the two biggest matches, and those two matches, we don't know what's going to happen. I love that feeling as a wrestling fan, especially with everything nowadays: dirt sheets, news articles, social media. I mean, everything gets leaked. Rumors, everything, right? And I feel like for everything to be the way it is, and we still don't have, we don't know what's going to happen. It's an absolute, you have to watch in order to find out, and I love that. And the Rock saying, you know, if the Rock and Roman win the tag match, then it's Bloodline rules, and if they lose, Bloodline's banned from ringside during that match. Which brings me up to what I said in my other video with Tama Tonga. He's not technically in the Bloodline, but he could help Roman Reigns win, or Seth Rollins, who is not in the Bloodline, could turn on Cody, right? We get the match, we get somebody in a black hoodie that attacks Cody when the ref's down or distracted, and we're like, oh, here we go. It's Solo, it's Jimmy. No. The hoodie comes off, it's Seth Rollins. It could happen. I could see it happening. Other things going on. We got Dakota Kai. I mean, did we all really trust her? I don't think any of us really trusted Dakota Kai. But it was cool for them to tease it here and there. They're just building and building and building against Bayley right now, and it's beautiful. It's making Bayley look like $1 million, especially if she beats Io Sky at Mania, which I fully expect her to beat Io. Bayley looks amazing. And it's smart to keep Dakota with Damage Control or the Kabuki Warriors, whatever they want to call themselves going forward, because Dakota could be the mouthpiece. She can talk for them. We got 3 Japanese wrestlers whose English are all not that great. I mean, yes, they can here and there. They get their point across in short and sweet promos, but Dakota could be the one that talks for them. So I like it. I like Dakota staying with them. It's much better than having Dakota team up with Bayley just for Bayley to win the women's championship and then go their separate ways, and then what happens to Dakota. So I like Dakota Kai staying with them. I feel like that match is getting overlooked, man. Nobody's really talking about the Bayley and Io match for Mania, and I think it's going to be one of the best matches on the card. It's going to slap, man. That's going to be such a good match, and Bayley is going to have such a good support system around her. People still love Io, even though she's a heel. It's going to be a great match. I don't think we should sleep on it. It's going to be a great match, and it needs to be promoted more, and people need to care and talk about it more than what they are. A couple other things I want to touch on real quick. It was just announced on Monday Night Raw, the Gauntlet match to determine who will face Gunther one-on-one at Mania, which is huge because we talked about it in another video. There might have been a multi-man match for Gunther, and I remember mentioning that I'd rather see Gunther in a one-on-one match. For his title reign to be as long as it is, and for him to be as dominant as he is, and for him to be such a good actual in-ring performer, I would like a one-on-one match. I wanted Xavier Woods in there to take him. I'm kind of losing hope on it. It was kind of just, I guess it's a pipe dream. I want Xavier to win a mid-card title at some point. He can't just be a tag team title champion and that's it. The guy deserves more. I'm just saying. Big E won mid-card titles. Big E won the WWE Championship. Kofi has won mid-card. He's won the WWE Championship. You got to give Woods something. If he's not going to win the WWE or World Heavyweight Championship, which I don't think he ever will, you got to at least give him some mid-card titles, man. Dude deserves it. He's been over for like a decade. You got to give Woods some kind of love here, but he's not included in the Gauntlet match. Who is included in the Gauntlet match? I'm going to read it off my phone because I can't remember. Chad Gable, Ricochet, Shinsuke, Bronson Reed, JD McDonough, and Sami Zayn. Okay, a couple of things about this here. Don't know why Ricochet's in there. I think Ricochet is just in there maybe to get thrown around and make Bronson Reed look good. I feel like Bronson is going to do something to Ricochet, throw him around. It's going to make him look powerful and huge. To me, I think Ivar should have made the cut. Ivar has been amazing in Eric's absence. I don't know why Ivar's not in there. Whatever. But, hey, as far as who wins that Gauntlet match, it comes down to 2 people for me. It's either Sami Zayn or it's going to be Chad Gable. I really would like it to be Gable because I really would like to see Gable win and beat Gunther for that championship. He had that nice feud with him a few months back, and it looked like it was going to go somewhere, and then it kind of just fizzled out, and Chad Gable just ended up going back to doing Alpha Academy stuff. Sammy is at the point now where he's not viewed as the underdog as much anymore. So Sammy versus Gunther, even though it would be a fantastic match, I feel like you can really build a story and get the people behind Chad Gable going into that to beat Gunther as the underdog. It would be amazing. I really want to see Chad Gable win that match. As far as Sammy, what he does after at Mania, don't know. Sammy needs to have a match at Mania. I don't know what it is. Sammy versus JD, Sammy versus Dominic Mysterio, Sammy versus Bronson Reed, something. Sammy needs to do something at Mania. One last thing before I go. Andrade. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little out on him already. It sounds harsh, but he's been back since the Royal Rumble. That was in January. We are in the first or second week of March now, and this dude hasn't done anything. I don't know. I feel like they got him because obviously he's married to Charlotte. He was a free agent at the time. They didn't want him to go anywhere else. They like him, but he's not doing anything. I know he's been kind of teasing some stuff with Dom, and I don't think we're going to get Andrade in the Judgment Day. I think what's going to happen is Judgment Day is eventually going to split up, and I think that's coming very soon. Tag team titles will be lost. Rhea will be a face, by herself. She's kind of already distanced herself from this group anyway. Dom is going to need somebody to be with, and I don't think it's going to be JD. I think it's going to be Dom and Andrade as a tag team or something. Something's going to happen there, which could work, because Andrade's English as well isn't the best. Dom could speak for him, which would get a ton of heat for both of them. It kind of feels like it's kind of lowering Andrade a little bit, but better to do something with him than nothing. Andrade is a phenomenal talent. In NXT, he was handled pretty well by Triple H. Let's see what happens now on the main roster now that he's back and Triple H is in charge. Who knows? It's up in the air with Andrade. I just know now. I was excited for him initially, but to see how he's been handled, I'm kind of out on him a little bit. Final thing before we go. If you've watched this far, I appreciate you checking out this video. I would love it if you could like and comment on this video. Subscribe to the channel for sure. My goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're not that far off, and we're in the early stages of the year. That would be amazing. It's a small goal, but it's a goal that I'm happy to try to get to, and I appreciate all the support you guys have given me. If you're new here and this is your type of stuff, this is your channel, man. We're going to be doing videos all the time. And one more, I wanted to mention too, somebody had mentioned for me, asking if I was going to get the new 2K24 WWE game. I got it, and I love it. I want to know what you guys think about it. And another thing about that, somebody mentioned to me I should stream it. I want to get your thoughts on this. Would you guys tune in to a stream if I'm playing WWE 2K24 and we can live chat with one another while I play? We can watch the game together. I'm thinking about doing like a MyGM and building the cards and just letting the matches play, and we can all just watch and talk and just hang out for a little bit. Would you guys be interested in that? You let me know, because I'll definitely do that. I'll look into doing that. I have a Twitch already, but I'll have to make a different one under this name of Wicked Bitter, because my other one is a different name. I tried doing gaming for a little bit. It didn't get too far in there. I'm trying to do all these different things at once. I'm going to stick to this, though. So if you guys would like that, I'm going to continue doing these videos on YouTube. And then if you guys want to hang out and watch me and stream with me on WWE 2K24, you let me know, definitely. Until then, I want you guys to have a great rest of your week. I'm still in the process of moving. It's a huge deal. It's a huge process. It's taking forever. It's only two of us doing all of this, so it's taking a while. I'm trying to make videos as much and often as I can. We just got back from moving now. Right before I made this video, we made a few trips. I threw everything in here, and I was like, all right, I gotta go make a video, because it's been forever. So I wanted to put this out there for you guys. We'll be making more, and have a great week. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Until then, like, subscribe, and stay bitter.